It's time now for Waukee High School football on the Central Iowa Sports Network. CISN.TV is Iowa's premier source for live-streamed high school football. The football on CISN.TV is brought to you by Atlantic Bottlers, Schottenkirk Chevrolet, Shields, the Better Business Bureau, G&L Clothing. Now let's go to our CISN.TV team for Waukee Warrior football.
Good evening and welcome to Waukee High School. Dar Danielson along with Joe Danielson high above the stadium here in the press box as we get ready to bring you this matchup tonight on CISN.TV. Waukee hosting Sioux City East, and second week of the District 1 play. Sioux City East and Waukee both won their district openers, Joe, and it's going to be an interesting game here tonight.
Yep, this game will kind of give us a chance to decide the standings going into the week 3 when the big matchups here. For both teams looking to go 2-0 in the district, and that's really the outcome both teams are looking for here.
You look at it though, Waukee rated 8th in one poll. They fell out of the other poll, but it's the same thing. The only team that the Waukee has lost to two teams is Dowling and Valley in the last, I think it's been 5 or 6 years now. So maybe a little more of a test here for these two teams, but let's pause right now for our national anthem. There's our national anthem, and we're showing the scoreboard right now, Joe, and that is the largest scoreboard in any high school in Iowa, brand new, just put up.
Yeah, and you can see the size difference here right next to the old scoreboard, and Waukee, you got to be proud to have that, and they're going to look up for a W to unveil the new scoreboard here tonight.
Yeah, now it won't give you any edge on the field, but it's something, unless Sioux City East or the visitors are awed by the scoreboard there, as you see the band, and we were talking about it. Valley and Dowling, the only two teams that Waukee has lost, so the competition's been a little bit tougher. Sioux City beat their two counterparts in Sioux City for their 2 wins. So this will probably be, we say it's going to be the sternest test tonight here for Sioux City East.
Yep, Waukee at 3-2. They only lost to Valley by 8 points, and they played a really strong first half against Dowling where they kind of just faltered late. But so at 3-2, it's kind of misleading as they've had a tough schedule so far, and they've been in both those games that they've lost. But
got fans here yelling around us. It's a wild here thing here. A lot of fans on hand. Anyway, you were saying, yeah. Well, but the thing you don't want to do here as Waukee is down the road there's a big matchup with the other team in purple that's across town, Johnston, that's in your district. You don't want to be thinking ahead and say, we'll show up and just roll over Sioux City East and we're looking ahead to Johnston. You can't afford to do that, can you?
Nope, this is an important game for Waukee too. If they are gonna, if you do jump out to a good lead, it's a game that you get your players going. You get some nice yardage, and you really, going 2-0 is really what you're most thinking about here in the district.
Because the top 2 teams in the district get that automatic state playoff berth, and we're waiting for the teams to come out of the tunnel. A beautiful night, almost more of a typical, as we hit the last Friday in September, more typical fall football night with 73 degrees and cool.
Yep, no wind here tonight. It should be we should be set here for a good football game.
Well, the teams are getting ready to come out of the locker room. The fans are all here ready to go. We're going to take a break. We'll do that, and we'll come back, and then we'll talk a bit more about how these teams match up and the stats and all that. Coming up right after this on CISN.TV.
Great price, great selection, great experience. That's what people expect today. What isn't expected is how hard we work after the sale to keep your business. Hard work, honesty, integrity, discipline, trust, character. These core values are why we grow every year and why we continue to acquire more dealerships. Experience the Schottenkirk way of doing business and come visit our new Ford dealership in Indianola.
Why do I look for the seal? It's about trust. Whether I'm buying a car, hiring a contractor, finding a tax preparer, or an honest mechanic, the Better Business Bureau seal means this business meets high standards. When I see the seal, I know I'll get what I pay for. No more taking chances and no more worries. And I feel good about supporting local businesses. My life is so much easier knowing I can always trust BBB accredited businesses. It pays to look for the seal. See for yourself at bbb.org/Iowa.
At Mid-American Energy, part of putting power in your hands is helping to keep families safe. That's why Mid-American provides free educational safety programs to schools, asks you to call 811 before you dig, have annual furnace inspections, and be aware of hazards at home. Mid-American Energy safely delivers electricity and natural gas to us in good times and stormy ones. That's Mid-American Energy.
Here's to everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields.
We are back here live at Waukee High School. Dar Danielson and Joe Danielson on CISN.TV. Wow, we never know what we're going to get into when we go outside, do we? At these stadiums. It's kind of fun, though. You get out and the crowd and the atmosphere and the big scoreboard and everything. And some guy started yelling across the suites here at somebody else. But anyway, Joe.
Yeah, well, you notice there's suites here anyway, so we're kind of right up in it with the fans in a way.
Yeah, we got a nice spot up here in Waukee, high above, so we can see everything pretty well. But you kind of been looking at the stats, kind of looking at some of the comparisons of these two teams. What jumps out at you as you look at this, getting ready for this ball game?
Well, you know, you see, you're kind of taking a look at Sioux City East, the Black Raider defense. They're forcing out 10 turnovers total. That's 7 interceptions and 3 fumbles. With Colby Grease there, the safety has 4 interceptions by himself. So, you know, this is a ball hawking defense for the
couple of those
Black Raiders.
For scores, haven't they?
Yeah, then they have one interception return for a touchdown as well as a fumble return for a touchdown. And you kind of look at the flip side of that on offense. They really like to air it out, and quarterback Steve Sabersma there he's 60 of 136 on the season, so you can kind of see there that he really likes to air it out. But 4 touchdowns to 7 interceptions is something they're going to want to keep down here tonight if they're going to look to go to the air.
Yeah, and it kind of tells us with their record so far, 2-3, they've gotten behind in some games and probably had to pass a little more than what they wanted to, and he's had to throw a little more. And sometimes you do that, and especially when you're behind, it results in a few more turnovers, doesn't it?
Yeah, but regardless of that, you look at the rushing for the Black Raiders. You got Sabersma there, 60 carries, so he's kind of he does it all for them on offense. And then looking at Waukee, you have the sophomore quarterback Mitch Randall with 9 touchdowns to just 1 interception on the season. And we've watched him play, and that's something that we've really taken a notice of. His command at the quarterback position is impressive for only a sophomore.
Yeah, we saw him in that season opener, and he's really progressed. I think like the coach would like to see him from that first game to that game last week where they played Dowling. You know, so they've really come on, haven't they? He's come on, hasn't he?
Yep, and they lost that game to Dowling, but they played a tight first half, tied at halftime, 14-14, and that was his real big first test for Mitch Randall, that Dowling defense. And we got to say, watching that game, I was impressed with how he kept his composure and he never got down and out of it.
Then last week, Waukee went on the road to a Roosevelt team. Came in there and Roosevelt was playing really well, and they just kind of took them apart 48-13. A little bit of surprise. I think surprised everybody a little bit there because, Roosevelt came into that one and they were playing pretty well, but ends up that they handled them pretty well in that ball game.
Yep, and that's got to be something the coach, he likes to see that. It's kind of slated as a big game. Roosevelt, they started fast. Waukee, they were at 2-2 when they went into that matchup.
And
with
Roosevelt was
losses.
coming in at 3-1. Yeah, so and that was a district game again. And so they're all district games from here on out. You look at it, Sioux City East. You talk about them. They got the gauntlet here to finish the season. Waukee, Roosevelt, Des Moines East, and then Johnston. So, a couple, Roosevelt and Johnston anyway, are playing pretty good. And then Sioux City East, Des Moines East for Waukee, then the big matchup with Johnston in 2 weeks, which could very well decide the district if things play out the way they've been going right now.
Yep, you gotta think that Johnston and Waukee, just from how these teams have looked in this district so far, are going to be the two that are going to be competing for the first and second seed, or the two playoff seeds coming out of this district.
Two playoff spots coming out, yep. Well, the teams, you see Waukee out, the Purple Swarm coming out there, and we're just about ready to get this game kicked off. We're going to take another break. We'll do that, and we'll come back with more after this on CISN.TV.
Miss your hometown clothing store? The one that had it all? Everything to get the work done, all in one place? G&L Clothing is your hometown Iowa store. Stop in and see us, or we're only a click or phone call away. Family owned for nearly a century. G&L Clothing, 1801 Ingersoll, Des Moines.
G&L Clothing, your size, your style, we've got it all.
Mr.
Hi, Ron here, head coach of Westside Auto Pros. When your car's on the injured reserve, you want to get it back in the game as soon as possible. I know that. That's why you need to bring it here to Westside Auto Pros. I have a team of experts that can fix almost every automotive injury. Whether it's a fractured joint, a brake, or if your car just got its bell rung, no problem. We can even do a complete physical on your car to make sure it's game ready for the entire season. So bring your car to Westside Auto Pros and we'll get it back in the starting lineup in no time. Hey, you guys are dogging it back here. Let's move it, move it, move it.
I opened the Hearing Clinic to offer patients and their families a positive healthcare experience. If you have trouble hearing clearly at church, at the movies, watching TV, or with your friends and family in a group conversation, what are you waiting for? In less than half an hour, we can give you peace of mind and answer any questions that you may have. Call us today to schedule your appointment. The Hearing Clinic, 515-440-3323. We listen, you hear.
We are here ready for the kickoff. Sioux City East has won the toss and decided to receive, so they're going to try to go on offense first here, Joe, with the playing on the road, and a long road trip for them here tonight over to Waukee, and we'll see how that works out for them as they decided to take the opening kick.
Back for Sioux City East, number 3, DJ Drent, and number, I believe that was 27 there.
Is that Kobe Grease? Yeah.
Kobe Grease, yep, the star free safety for the Black Raider defense there. And the kick is off.
And short kick taken about the 9-yard line. Up to the 25-30, cuts it outside, 35 up to the 37-yard line. A good return there.
DJ Drent.
Drent, yeah.
Boy, he got off going, and he turned on the Jets real fast there. Saw a nice lane and there's that speed right off the bat.
A little bit of a short kick to start out with, so we'll come out on offense. It'll be Steve Siebersma, the quarterback, Alex Kleider, the tailback, Dylan Barber, the fullback, DJ Drent at wide receiver, Tyrell Vaughn's a wide receiver. We'll get the rest of the lineup here as we go along. Fake the handoff, keeps it himself, and over the left side, gets a couple of yards. There is Siebersma.
Yep, and he's got that'll be his 61st carry on the year, which is about 15 more than Kleider there in the backfield. So we're going to see a lot of him tonight, both through the air and on the ground.
So it'll be 2nd down and 7 at the 42. And handoff. Receiver gets right back to the line of scrimmage, I should say. Nathan Nelson in on the tackle.
Yep, Nathan Nelson there, the defensive tackle. Partners with Jake Morrison, the leader of the Waukee defense, with 11 sacks.
3rd and 6, he picked up 1 yard on that. And here comes the Black Raiders on their first 3rd down to see if they can convert. 2 receivers at the top of your screen, 1 at the bottom. Dropping straight back, looking, wings it out left side as a man, and it's knocked away. Big defensive play there by Nolan Rothler. As he had number 6 out there. Who is that? He's not on my... That is Dane Hoke.
Yep, Dane Hoke, 2 touchdowns on the year for the Black Raiders as they'll come out in punt formation.
James Page back to punt. Puts a foot to it, gets a good boot. And that's going to bounce out of bounds at around the 21-yard line, I think.
Yep, and that was a good punt to just keep the ball in front of Tyrese Moore, who's a dangerous athlete for the Waukee Warriors. And he'll line up at wideout now.
33-yard punt. 1st and 10, Waukee. At the 24-yard line. Here comes Mitch Randall, bringing him out on offense. Fakes it, gives it to Jordan Perry. Perry cuts it outside, now back in. And Jordan Perry up across the 30, a good pickup on 1st down.
And we'll probably usually see Waukee using 2 ball carriers. Blake Espelin has got 42 carries, more of a power back, and that was Jordan Perry, more of a speed back.
Makes it 2nd and 3, a good pickup on 1st down there. Randall with Perry back there. 3 receivers to his left. Fakes it inside to Perry. Now he's going to roll, throws it down the field. Hits his man there, Sam DeVries, up for the 1st down. A big pickup up across the 45 to the 46.
A nice play by DeVries there. He had two defenders on him, and he got separation on the comeback route for the catch.
Their pass up to the 46. 1st and 10 for Waukee. Slot comes in motion. Hand off to the tailback. Got room there. Perry. And still going and dives across the 40 into Black Raider territory. They're going to mark him up at the 41.
James Page with the tackle for the Black Raider defense there.
So pickup of 13.
Page back there at safety with Colby Grice there. The 4 interceptions. Page has an interception also, so that's 5 between the 2.
1st and 10, the 41, rolling out Randall. And he'll try to cut it up, and he's pulled down from behind as he tried to turn upfield. Looked like Drew Walters, the outside linebacker there. Closed quickly on that play. Looked like Randall had a little room, Joe, but he closed him down and sacked him.
Yep, there's a glimpse of room for Randall, but it closed quickly, just like you said.
So moves the ball back to the 45. And here's Randall. Slot goes in motion. Hands it off to the tailback. Has some room there. Cuts it back outside. Jordan Perry down the sideline and gets a big pick up there. And he'll get the first down to the 27-yard line.
Yep, and Perry made a nice cut to get to the outside to turn the corner up there to tack on an extra 10 yards to that run.
Picks up 18 on the run. First and 10. Down to the 27 of Sioux City. Fakes the inside handoff. Randall keeps it himself. Still running and dives ahead almost close to the first down. I think he may have it. Picked up 11. He needed 10.
Yep, and that's
down to the 16.
The draw play is one that Randall is pretty good at. He's always got good decision making on whether to hand the ball off to his running back or keep it himself, like on that play.
He's got some good speed too, doesn't he? As he rolls out now he cuts it up the middle. The defense went with the receivers and he rolled out, and then good vision to see that hole.
Decisive play to tuck the ball in quick. You know, he saw his receivers were covered, and he headed upfield for the yards.
So, picks up 6. Second and 4 at the 10-yard line. They'll line up the fullback behind Perry. He'll spin around. Looks like a busted play there. He spun all the way around. Now he runs up the middle and gets a first down anyway on that.
Yep.
I think the confusion confused everybody there, Joe, as he spun all the way around.
Yeah, well, Zach Eaton came in motion, and Randall spun around, for a handoff, and he just found nobody, so he had to spin the rest of the way around there, and eventually he made something out of nothing on that play.
So he got a first down, so it's
come up first and goal here?
Yeah, first and goal at the 7 or 6? And handoff, Perry, touchdown, Warriors. Jordan Perry from 6 yards out. With 7:29 to play. And ready for the point after. Ben Lang.
21 of 22 on the year.
Yeah, has only missed one. Here's the snap. The kick is up and good, and it's Waukee taking the early lead. They lead 7-0 here with 7:29 to play. We'll take a break and be back with the kickoff after this on CISN.TV.
Moms typically get to make a majority of the healthcare decisions for their family. That can be a lot of pressure, but not for me. Because I know the choice is ours. For medical tests like MRIs, X-rays, CAT scans, and of course mammograms, ask your doctor to refer you to Iowa Radiology. They work around our hectic schedules, they're the best at what they do, and they're so great with my family. They truly care, and it shows. Visit iowaradiology.com or call to schedule an appointment. Iowa Radiology, our focus is your good health.
Back here at Waukee for the kickoff. Waukee takes the ball after the punt. Went 76 yards on, 9 plays. And cap it off with a Jordan Perry 6-yard run. And PAT was good. And Waukee up early. And just the perfect drive, Joe, what you want to see out of this team at home.
Yep, and Jordan Perry got going pretty early on that drive. Early and often we saw a lot of him. And boy, he's really quick out of the backfield with the football.
Drenton Drees back again. This time he's going to take it over the shoulder. Drent back about the 2-yard line. Looks for some room, and he got hammered as he got it back to the 20. But not a bad return by Drent, but he paid for that with a big hit. So first and 10 at the 20. I think it's spotted him at the 21, so about an 18-yard return for Sioux City East as Siebersma brings him out now. And I think that's Alex Kleider behind him at tailback. And he'll fake it, and then he'll get ripped down from behind there by who else? Jake Morrison, I believe. Morrison has really come on at that defensive end spot. In fact, that whole Waukee front defensive line there, Jake Morrison, Nathan Nelson, Cade Montgomery, and Jacob Porter, they're pretty tough.
Yep, and you see Jake Morrison there. That's another tackle for loss. He's got 11 sacks by himself this year, which, you know, and they are a good front line, but they have struggled to get sacks besides Jake Morrison, with Nathan Nelson has one also.
Quick pass outside, caught. I think Drent. Oh, no, that was Tyrell Vaughn's. So on the pass there. So they get a little bit of that yardage back. So pickup of 3rd and 5 at the 26 for Sioux City East. They'll come out with 2 receivers each side. The slot on the right, the quarterback Siebersma. That is Kleider there, and now he moves around to the other side of Siebersma. Snap and a quick throw out. And man, looked like he had the guy open down the seam, Joe, if he would have went there on the quick throw, but it goes incomplete. And it'll be a turnover on downs again.
Yep, and I'm not so sure his target had crossed the first down marker, so I don't think that would have been a first down even if it was completed. So a little bit of struggles here early on for the Black Raider offense.
And Tyrese Moore back deep to receive for Waukee. And they're saying get away from the punt. It takes a big high bounce for Sioux City East, then starts to bounce back and they down it. But it'll stay in Sioux City East territory, and that's where Waukee will take over here. Good field position to start their second drive. 1st and 10. At the 47.
And I'm not sure if Waukee got a piece of that punt or the pressure just forced the punter to kick it, change his motion, because that punt went straight up in the air, almost as if it was tipped.
Mitch Randall sends receivers to each side, empty backfield for him. Now coming in motion across, and he fakes the handoff, takes it right up the gut, cuts it outside, and almost broke free there. He's going to pick up about 9. Looked like he had a lane if he got a little farther outside. He's very close to the first down. They'll bring up 2nd and 10 at the 38.
Yep, and Waukee is in a no huddle, quick hurry up offense here.
And when you're leading, and then put the pressure on the defense. Throws it out quick, taken by Sam DeVries. DeVries keeps going, and he's down to about the 25. And that's the problem, Joe, when your offense goes 4 and out right away, it leaves that defense out there a long time. And now they're going back again real quick here. 1st and 10 at the 26.
Yep, there's been
a 12 there.
Yeah, there's a little bit of contrast when you have those incompletions for Sioux City East. And when Waukee is getting the first downs.
There's a pass toward the end zone. Touchdown! Caught by Zach Eaton.
Yep, a beautiful throw from Mitch Randall. Just threw a rainbow pass to the end of right about the last 2 yards of the end zone, and it just floated right down into Eaton's hands. Zach Eaton has been a really good target for Randall, with coming into this game, 11 catches for 230 yards on the year, and that'll be his 3rd touchdown.
And you talked about it. They got that quick going offense, Joe, and it seemed like the Sioux City defense was just never ready here on any of these plays. There's the kick. The extra point is up and good, and it's 14-0 Waukee. We'll be back with a kickoff right after this.
Great price, great selection, great experience. That's what people expect today. What isn't expected is how hard we work after the sale to keep your business. Hard work, honesty, integrity, discipline, trust, character. These core values are why we grow every year and why we continue to acquire more dealerships. Experience the Schottenkirk way of doing business and come visit our new Ford dealership in Indianola.
Why do I look for the seal? It's about trust. Whether I'm buying a car, hiring a contractor, finding a tax preparer, or an honest mechanic. The Better Business Bureau seal means this business meets high standards. When I see the seal, I know I'll get what I pay for. No more taking chances and no more worries. And I feel good about supporting local businesses. My life is so much easier knowing I can always trust BBB accredited businesses. It pays to look for the seal. See for yourself at bbb.org/Iowa. Why do I...
Back here at Waukee, well, that was a 3-play, 42-yard drive after the punt, and Waukee finds pay dirt again. This time a Zach Eaton 26-yard touchdown reception from Mitch Randall, and the kick is it's 32's Nate Ziza. They got some different numbers receiving here than what I had down on my spot sheet, but anyway, well, Joe, here's where Sioux City East, they need a sustained drive on offense, if nothing else, to give the defense a breather.
Yep, you need to establish the run game here. Something they've come out just throwing it so far, and those quick incompletions are not good.
And rolling, get it out there. And that's Kleider, the shovel pass, and they get a little yardage out of that. Picks up 5. 2nd and 5. Up to the 39. Here's Siebersma again. Trips to the right. One receiver to the left. He's not getting much time with this defensive line of Waukee. He brings Kleider up closer there. Everybody goes out, throws a quick pass out there, and that almost looked like it was going sideways, didn't it?
Yep, and Kleider kind of had to turn around, and if he were to receive that, if he were to catch that ball, he wouldn't have been able to see any of the defenders, which kind of leaves him out there in space, just for vulnerable for a big hit.
So they're calling it a lateral pass because they marked it behind the line of scrimmage, so they lose 6 on that. I thought it went like it was parallel, didn't go forward, so they lose 6 on that, which brings up 3rd and 11 at the 33. Dropping back to pass, Siebersma under pressure, he'll be sacked at the 25.
Yeah, but he just had no time there. Waukee's defensive line.
Nathan Nelson
got up in there, number 55.
Yep.
And on that backwards pass there, they lost those 6 yards when it went off of Kleider's hands and continued going backwards.
Yeah. It was kind of parallel, and then he went off his hands and went backwards, and they lost the yardage.
Yep, because
here's the punt. Tyrese Moore takes it at the 40. 45 now cuts back the other way, puts his shoulder into the defender, and he's going to be pulled down after picking up about 6. So, Caden Jones on the tackle.
So again, favorable starting position here for Waukee right at their, looks like they're going to spot them right around their 46-yard line.
The 1st and 10 at the 46, already leading 14-0 here. And
we have Tyrese Moore out on the wide out. Look for him.
And the fakes the handoff, throws it to the inside, man. He can't handle it. There.
Zach Eaton. Yep, and that was just a bullet pass. That it hit him in the hands, but when it's coming at you that quick, you really got to get on top of it.
So we'll have Zach Eaton and Tyrese Moore now go to the top of the field. Sam DeVries will come down here to the bottom of your screen. It's Waukee in the purple, Sioux City East, the Black Raiders in white tonight. And in motion across the formation. Hand off to Jordan Perry, looking for room, trying to cut it up, cuts it across the 50 into Sioux City East territory. And They're picking up even on the ground, yards 5 to 7 yards a chunk there, Joe.
Yep, and Perry out of the backfield, he just keeps his feet moving, and he gets up to a speed. As soon as he hits the hole, he's right at full speed.
3rd and 3 at the 47. Hand off to Perry. He cuts it left side, breaks through, still going, and almost broke it through, but he'll get the first down and down to the 32-yard line.
Yep, I thought Mitch Randall might have held that one in and taken it himself. Sometimes, when it gets down to the lower yardage, 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3, he likes to take it. But that time he had confidence in Moore, who's really been running, or Perry and Moore, though, have both been running great out of the backfield.
So Moore and Eaton to the left this time, and Sam DeVries down here at the bottom of the screen with Jordan Perry behind Mitch Randall. Hand off to Perry, straight up the middle, scoots and slides his feet, and he picks up a quick 12 on that one. So this Black Raider defense has been on the field most of this first quarter. Still 3 minutes to go here, and just giving up chunks of yardage.
Yep, they have not had an answer for Jordan Perry so far.
So looking for the play over here. And fake the Perry, throwing it in to the slot. And is that Eaton?
Yep,
yeah, Zach
Kobe Grease there with the stop.
To pick up a 4. 2nd and 6 at the 20. And 2:10 yet to play here in the first quarter. Waukee driving again inside the 20. Hand off to Perry, looking for room, scoots ahead, gets met there, and still keeps the feet driving, picks up a few more yards.
Yep, and the Raider defense did a good job of meeting him at the line of scrimmage, and Perry again just keeps those feet moving, and he's able to just lunge forward.
Almost like he's on ice skates, isn't he? The way he's kind of shuffling those feet, waiting for the hole to open in there.
Yep, and he's quick steps.
So 3rd and 2 rather, and out to, is that DeVries? Oh, excuse me, Tyrese Moore.
Tyrese
Moore,
Moore,
the first down.
That'll give him a first down, and
inside the 10.
Yep, putting the ball about the 9-yard line off the 3-yard gain there on the quick screen. And I think that's something we're going to see here tonight again with the speed that Waukee has with their wideouts. They're really going to utilize those quick screen passes.
Snap, handoff to Perry. Perry looking to cut it outside and trying to get around the corner. They're not going to quite get there. He'll be run out of bounds about the 4. He'll pick up a 5. 2nd and goal.
Carter Strong for the Sioux City East defense. See John Wainman in there and the big lineman running around for the Sioux City East Raiders.
Bring in Tessau in there in that slot up ahead. Hand off up the gut and just Nathan McDonald, they put him in there at fullback.
Nathan McDonald got the carry and fought forward for a couple more yards here, and that'll put him right at about the 1-yard line for 3rd and 1 as the first quarter kind of runs down here.
Under a minute now. McDonald there and Perry. And is it McDonald?
They went back to the fullback.
And is he in there? I haven't got the signal yet. Now we do. Touchdown. Waukee from 1 yard out. Nathan McDonald. So Waukee, with 32 seconds to play here in the first quarter, scores for the 3rd time. And Ben Lang comes on for the PAT. And the kick is up and good. So 21-0 Waukee here. 32 seconds to go. Whoa, you want to take a quick break, Doug, or keep it here? Quick break. No, we'll keep it here. Okay, we'll keep it here. We'll keep it here with 32 seconds to go. And Joe, you got to hope maybe a good return here and maybe get something to spark the offense.
Yep, good field position for the Raiders is going to be key on this play here, as you don't want to, as you fall down 3 scores in the first quarter. You really want to come out and respond here when they haven't really been able to get anything going on offense.
Colby Grease and DJ Drent back to receive the kick here as Waukee has come out firing on all cylinders.
Yep, and so far the speed for Waukee has really been tough on the Sioux City East defense. The Jordan Perry out of the backfield, Tyrese Moore and Zach Eaton out wide. Both of them have really used their speed on the screen passes and just on the regular routes to get a lead here.
So Zach Eaton will kick it off for Waukee. And here's the kick. Drent going back. He'll take it. And he falls down. Man, exactly what you don't need at the 3. He slips down. And, well, they'll mark it, a generous mark at the 4. So things just, that didn't help your offense at all, did it?
Yep, a couple miscues, especially with that backward pass. Put them back 6 yards on 3rd down, and now here they're going to have to start deep in their own territory against a Waukee defense that's really hungry, and they've been blitzing hard in this first quarter, and really they hadn't had any trouble getting to Seversma.
You're up 21-0. You can pin yours back too, and especially now they got to be licking their chops when they're right at the goal line here.
Yep. So a little bit of a dangerous situation for the Black Raider offense, but they have the whole field to work with.
Seversma makes it, now takes it up the middle, wide open, breaks it through and runs it out to about the 19-yard line.
Yep, and as I said, you have the whole field to work with. You know, you got to go forward, and Seversman just took it down, and he can run really well. He's leading the team in carries and rushing yards.
So, and that's sometimes when you are in there tight, thinking you're going to stop them in the end zone, you pop through there. And now 1st and 10 at the 20, they're going to let the clock run down and be glad to get out of this first quarter. Down 21-0 as Waukee has scored 3 times here in the first quarter. And that is it. Runs out the first quarter. We'll take a break. We'll come back with the second quarter right after this on CISN.TV.
At Mid-American Energy, part of putting power in your hands is helping to keep families safe. That's why Mid-American provides free educational safety programs to schools, asks you to call 811 before you dig, have annual furnace inspections, and be aware of hazards at home. Mid-American Energy safely delivers electricity and natural gas to us in good times and stormy ones. That's Mid-American Energy.
Here's to everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game, Shields. Here's to everyone.
Second quarter begins.
We'll start the second quarter here. Sioux City East, the Black Raiders trailing 21-0. A big first quarter for the Waukee Warriors to see Sioux City East in the white there. Steve Seversma, the quarterback. Handoff, and
he was met again from Nathan Nelson there. But Seversma with the
keeps it himself.
Yep,
there,
that nice 20-yard run earlier was really the first play going forward for the Black Raider offense.
He picks about 4 there. It'll be 2nd and 6 at the 24. So Siebersma. Set to go. This time he does hand it off and cutting around the outside, trying to get to the first down marker, and he does, is Kleider, the tailback. And I think he did just get up across the 30. Yep.
They're going to move the chains for...
Picks up 7.
Yep, and that'll be the Black Raiders' first down of the game, I believe, here.
Yep, you're right. They had 3 and out on their first 3 possessions. And so now they get a little offense, and it was somebody other than Siebersma running it too. Siebersma again, 2 right, 1 left. Now throws it out there quickly, caught and pulled down. Dane Hoke catches it out there.
And when you have a 3 and outs like that, it's tough to get a rhythm going. So when you come out here and now they're in their 6th play of the drive, once you start stringing some plays together is when the offense starts clicking. But it's tough when you stand out there and 3 plays don't work. It helps
when you pick up 5 on first down like that. That also helps you too. Here's Siebersma. Fakes the handoff, keeps it himself up the middle, plows through close to another first down. I think he got it. So a run by Siebersma, picks up 6. 1st and 10, their second first down here.
Yep, and the Black Raiders are starting to wake up a little bit on offense here after that first quarter. And they really, one thing you notice is they are taking their sweet time compared to Waukee. I've been watching the play clock here, and it'll get down to 4 or 5, and when Siebersma will snap the ball, and maybe that's a tactic to keep their guys fresh, keep the defense fresh on the sidelines.
Well, it's got to be. That clock went to 0 now, and I think it's going to be a delay. Well, that was the trouble. The first 2 series, they went 3 and out and turned the ball right back over to Waukee. Waukee, as you talked about, they picked up the pace. And, man, the Waukee or the Sioux City East defense was out there in the field quite a bit. So our first penalty.
You kind of wonder there on the delay of game penalty when, it's the clear tactic is to wait for the play and make sure they've got it. And in order to run the clock down is really what you really don't want to do that here.
And there's a handoff to the tailback, Kleider, and he goes nowhere.
Nathan McDonald, the linebacker, disrupted that play in the backfield.
He lost 2 there, I think. So they went from 1st and 10 now to 2nd and 18 at the 34. And we've yet to see them get any big pass downfield yet either, but I think part of that is he hasn't really had a lot of time back there.
Yep, Siebersma has not had a lot of time to throw in the backfield. The pocket has been collapsing very quick due to the Waukee rush.
There he is now rolling, rushes in on him. Now he throws it out. Has a man, caught him down at the 45.
Dylan Barber, the 5'1" senior out there making a catch.
And a big play there.
A little bit of a little unorthodox release from Siebersma on the run there. Almost, it kind of looked like he pushed the ball a little bit.
I was going to say, gained 21 yards though.
Yep, and he found Dylan Barber there.
And their first time into Waukee territory at the 45. Here with 8:42 to play, trailing 21-0. Sioux City East trying to get on the board. Here's Siebersma. Fakes the handoff. He'll keep it himself. Goes in there behind his tackle. And
Nathan McDonald met him right there at the line of scrimmage, and Nathan McDonald won that battle.
The offensive line for Sioux City East, Blake Buddy, a 6'1", 195-pound junior. Corey Choice, left guard, 255-pound senior. Kobe Tripp, a 240-pound junior. Shane Hildahl, the right guard, 6'5", 265, and the big guy out there, the right tackle, Lane Riffey, 6'6", 300 pounds for Sioux City East. 2nd and 9 for Sioux City East. Drops back, throws it out, hits a receiver. He keeps his feet, gets that hand down, and stumbles up. Dane Hoke did a good job of putting that hand down and getting the first down.
Yep, so there you go. We just kind of saw a vertical passing play right in the middle. We've seen a couple nice passing plays by the Black Raider offense.
So we'll have Dylan Barber and Hoke to the right side, and they send DJ Drent up top with Kleider in the backfield there for Siebersma as they're getting the drive going here. Wings it out quickly, and nothing doing there as Owen Minshaw sniffed that one out pretty early.
Yeah, really good play by Minshaw there to disengage from his blocker and wrap up, and then he just stopped all forward progress there.
So it brings up 2nd and 11 at the 36. And, of course, Owen Minshaw, the senior defensive back there, he's seen a few things, and he read that pretty quickly.
Yep, and that was a textbook defensive play out there in the flat.
Here's Siebersma. Fakes the handoff, looking to slide it inside, and he's ridden down.
Well, I'm noticing here, Siebersma, when he takes off to run, he's almost, his own guys are in the way sometimes. They're not getting blocks downfield. So he's kind of, the last couple of plays he's taken off to run, he's ran into his own lineman.
They're not getting any push out of there, are they? Josh Mitchell in on the tackle there. 3rd and 10 at the 35 for Sioux City East if they want to keep this drive alive. And again, letting the play clock run down here. 6:07 to play. Rolling, Siebersma throws it out over the head of the receiver who looked like he was trying to block downfield.
And did he get his arm get contacted there? Because it looked like the ball just kind of floated out of his hand.
It was another one with like shot put kind of move that he threw it.
It looked like he had a receiver out to the left.
Well, looks like they are going to go for it here.
And I don't blame him on this play. In a little bit of no man's land, you find yourself down 3 scores, and they've had a good drive going so far, and now they really need to make something happen here.
Back on 4th down, looks, throws it out wide, and just a little wide on the pass. He had Dane Hoke out there. If he could have come back to that, that was enough for the 1st down, but they turn over on downs.
So Waukee's defense was tested a little bit there with a couple of 1st downs from the Black Raider offense, but eventually a nice 4-down stand there once they got into their own territory, and now they've got the ball back.
Well, James Page, their kicker, is 3 or 4 field goals, but his longest was 30, so that had been 45, about a 52-yarder, so that explains why they didn't, and at this point you might as well go for it, because if you keep the drive alive, you're trying to get some kind of points on the board, but instead they turn it over, and Mitch Randall brings them back out with 5:58 to play, and
we've got
going ahead is Perry.
A flag. We've got a flag in the back down in the backfield here. Maybe a hold. Looks like this one's going to be coming back.
Oh, shift, they say. Illegal shift.
An illegal shift on the lineman, or maybe a wide receiver. One of the wide receivers weren't set. And he called that one right away.
So, second penalty of the game, first on Waukee. Moves it back to 1st and 15 at the 30. Fakes the handoff, shovel pass inside, got some room, up to the 40, 45, 50, still going, and there's a flag down, as that was Tessau, I believe. Yep, but the flag's down up at the 47, so there might have been a illegal block there.
And that shovel pass was a little dangerous, but it worked, and Tessau found a big hole to run through.
A lot of traffic when he shoveled it in there, but that's kind of the idea. Holding called, so that'll move it back. It was into Sioux City East territory, but the penalty flag is back at the 47. But they'll move it back 10.
So a little bump in the road here with a couple of penalties for Waukee after what was really a very smooth first quarter.
Yep, their second penalty. And coaches don't like that. You get a big lead and then you kind of get a little sloppy. They'd rather see you, play a little cleaner than that. Tight formation now here for Waukee. Randall fakes the handoff, rolling right, looking. He's got his man out there. Caught over the shoulder. Pulled down at the 35 is Tessau.
And that was a really good throw from Randall. Tessau, he broke open, had a couple steps on the defender, but Randall really led him. He led him about 5 yards ahead of him so he could run onto the catch and continue with his stride down the field. And Tessau there, after the run was taken back with the penalty, he makes up for it with a nice reception.
43-yard play there. Moves it down to the 27. 1st and 10 at the 27 for Waukee. Randall has him moving again. Hand off to Perry, and he's stopped right at the hole. Knocked down by 34?
Number 84, John Weinman.
John Weinman.
And him and Grease there, he's the linebacker leader of the Black Raider defense, coming in with about 34 and a half tackles on the year. Also has an interception and 1 sack. He's kind of all over the place for the defense.
So we'll give him a pickup of 1. 2nd and 9 at the 26 for Waukee. Dropping back, looking over the left side, throws it deep, has his man, DeVries, touchdown!
Wow, and another just great fade pass to the back of the end zone from Mitch Randall, and we got to be pretty impressed with Mitch Randall's passing attack so far. 2 beautiful passes, and he's really leading. He's leading his receivers with these passes so that they can run under it. All he had to do was find it, and the ball was right in his hands.
Sam DeVries caught it there and hauled it in. Another 26-yard pass to DeVries. Last one was to Zach Eaton. And here's the kick. It's up and good. So 28-0 Waukee here. We'll take a break and come back with a kickoff right after this.
Many times at the Lodge of Ashworth, new members come to us from their big, beautiful homes. They find our spacious 2- and 3-bedroom suites to be an ideal fit. We have a limited number of these larger and penthouse-style suites, perfect for the retiring executive style living. We have suites ready for immediate move-in, or we can help you customize. The Lodge of Ashworth is all-inclusive, no surprise additional fees or upcharges. Call us today for a private tour and ask us about our flexible pricing plans.
Building a strong community doesn't happen overnight. It takes a vision for the future, the ability to turn a challenge into a success, and individuals who inspire new generations of growth. Greater Des Moines has done a lot of growing over the years, and so have we. At Brick Gentry Law, your success is something that we create together. Thank you for making us a part of your community. Thank you for 50 years.
Here's the kickoff for Waukee. Taking about the 14. Cuts it up through. Good return by Grease, and he's up across the 35 to the 36, returning the Zach Eaton kick. Following the forced score by Waukee here in the first half, 4:22 to play, and Sioux City East will take over. And Joe, they got a little bit of a sustained drive going last time, but just couldn't close it out. And Waukee made him pay. After it stalled out on the 35, they go 65 yards for the touchdown.
Yep, and Sioux City East here, and they used a good chunk of clock off of that drive, about 4 to 5 minutes, and the ball control has been the name of the game for them here. Is what they've tried to do, running the play clock down to 5 seconds, trying to control the game, but unfortunately that's going to come to bite you now, down 4 scores early.
Siebersma stomps his foot, wanted the ball there, fakes the handoff, and now takes it in the middle of the pile, and he finds a lot of purple jerseys there to stack him up.
Yep, again, Nathan Nelson in there, number 55. We kind of keep calling him and Jake Morrison's name out again here tonight, as both of them defensive end, defensive tackle. They find themselves around the ball quite often.
Stout defensive line here for Waukee. Sieversma, 2nd and 9. Throws it out on the quick out there and a little low to DJ Drent. And
9 yards to go for Sioux City.
that brings up 3rd down and 9 for Sioux City East. Again, we've been saying big 3rd down, but they've all been big for Sioux City East. Rolling under pressure, and he's going to be sacked under a wall of purple again. And Jake Morrison leads the charge in there.
Number 32, that could probably be his 12th sack, I guess, of the season.
Yeah. Sieversma is going to be seeing him in his sleep tonight.
Yep, and the Black Raider O-line there really just, I mean, they had no blocking whatsoever on that play.
So, is it Tyrese Moore back deep to receive the punt? And just barely gets it away. And it bounces and gets a Black Raider bounce and hops back the other way and it'll be down at the 40. So 1st and 10 for Waukee at the 40. With 2:52 to play here in the first half. Empty backfield with 5 receivers out. And through the quick pass. That was Joseph Stessman. He's into the ball game.
And I think that's, aside from maybe another short incompletion, that's probably the first time that Mitch Randall has gone to the air and hasn't had any success.
Has thrown a bad pass, yeah. 2nd and 10 there. Drops back, throws again. Eaton makes a nice catch and gets the first down. He caught that in traffic, pulled it in, and what a play there.
Yep, and if if that goes off his fingertips, chances are it's going to get intercepted. But Eaton really he came down with the ball and continued onward.
1st and 10 at the 47, and off, still going. Randall. Well, he kept it there.
Well, Randall would
take me out.
Yeah, and Randall had gone 5 yards before anybody really noticed he had the ball there.
Yeah, it's kind of like,
there were 3 defenders around him, but they weren't going to tackle him because they didn't think he had it.
Across the middle again, and
boy, nice play from Eaton.
Eaton just muscled that in for the first down.
Yep, again they ran that quick slant play to Eaton, and he was able to shake off the tackle.
Well, here they go again in the hurry up. Send everybody out. No backs in the backfield. And the quick slant again. And that time Eaton didn't handle it, and he's mad at himself.
Again, that's that quick slant again to Eaton. And Eaton is just, he is working in there on the inside.
And 10. Waukee is entered the Hy-Vee red zone.
You got Stessman, Eaton in there. And then was it Tyrese Moore here on the left side. DeVries is up high on the right side. And clock stopped at 2:05.
I think we're letting him tie his shoe there. We've got I believe, number 49 for the Black Raider defense.
They got Perry split out to the right side too. Now Perry comes in motion. He fakes a handoff to Perry and goes ahead. Perry wanted to keep that ball, seemed like, didn't it? Held it in his belly, and Randall had to pull it back out of there.
Yeah, but Mitch Randall he's been running hard on this drive. You like to think you'd probably think here again with the 3 wide receivers out to the left and the full field, maybe another slant or another fade is coming here.
Perry in motion. This time to give it to Perry. He's going to try to turn the corner and slides in, finds a gap, and then is hit from behind and pushed forward. And he's going to be close to the first down as the tackle drove him ahead. And I think he did get the first down. Yep, so the force of the tackle pushed him ahead there. And it'll be first and goal at the 8. And this time they bring in the fullback. They go with the heavy set here. Hand off to Perry. Perry dancing around down inside the 5 to the 4. And
here they are again as we had about a minute left in the half. They want to get into the end zone here, obviously.
Second and goal. Hand off to Perry, going over the right side, cuts it outside, touchdown. Waukee, 4 yards out this time.
Yep, and Jordan Perry's speed was really just too much for the Black Raider defense on that drive, especially when you're tired. You've been out there for Waukee to drive down all the way down the field. When you have a speed running back like that, it's really tough to defend.
And the extra point. Getting set here. Sanders looks like he's going to boot it up and good.
So we had a new kicker there for Sanders coming in for Lang, who usually does the extra point and kickoff.
Sanders might have, I don't know. Maybe he hasn't kicked the one before. Anyway, it's good, and that makes it 35-0 here. We'll keep it right here. And what do you do if you're Sioux City East here?
Well, I mean, you got to come out here and at least try something. I mean, what else can you really do? You could run the clock out. Might as well try to get a couple plays through the air here and get something on the board.
Defensively, you can't really blame Sioux City East. They've been on the field a lot, and then when Waukee goes into that quick set, it's hard to defend them.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm Sioux City East here, you might as well come out and take a couple shots deep because, I mean, you're down by 5 scores, and an interception really doesn't matter at the half. But
yeah, but you don't want to. I mean, if you don't get something on the first 2 downs, I would maybe take a knee because you don't want to give it back to Waukee with any time here at the end of the first half. 51.8 seconds to go. They score for the.
And that looks like Lang got back out there again to take the kickoff. So,
well, Lang kicks and also Eaton kicks off.
Or is that Eaton?
That is Eaton there, yeah.
18.
He's going to pooch it a little bit. Drops at the 10. Up across the 25, 30, 33-yard line. And was it Grease, I think? Yep, Grease with the return.
And that's another solid return. Despite that, that slip down there, Sioux City East has been able to get the ball out to the 30 or 35 every time.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line
But
here.
once they get there, they haven't really gone anywhere with it.
No. They had the one drive where they got down to the 35 and went for it and stalled, and then Waukee scores right away on them. They did get a little yardage on that one, but
the big thing here, if they want to be able to get any plays off, is their O-line is going to need to protect.
Yeah, Siebersman has not had any time to pass back there, and Waukee knows they got to pass to get back into this. And this time you're going to keep it himself. He gets ahead back, maybe a yard pickup on the play.
Tackle made by number 82, Josh Mitchell.
82, Josh Mitchell, and 58, Cade Montgomery in there combining for the stop. And looks like one more play will be.
Yeah, probably about one. Maybe they might even have to snap it now because they just started the play clock, and I think that's going to do it here. Unless they want to try a deep pass with time running out. Here we go, man in motion. 5 seconds. And he'll hand it off, and cutting outside is Kleider. Kleider trying to turn the corner, turns the corner but knocked out of bounds as time runs out. He'll get up to about the 45. And that'll be the end of the first half. All Waukee here in the first half. They lead 35-0 here at Waukee in this district matchup with Sioux City East. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We've got a couple halftime guests for you here. We'll do that coming up right after this.
Great price, great selection, great experience. That's what people expect today. What isn't expected is how hard we work after the sale to keep your business. Hard work, honesty, integrity, discipline, trust, character. These core values are why we grow every year and why we continue to acquire more dealerships. Experience the Schottenkirk way of doing business and come visit our new Ford dealership in Indianola.
Look for the seal? It's about trust. Whether I'm buying a car, hiring a contractor, finding a tax preparer, or an honest mechanic, the Better Business Bureau seal means this business meets high standards. When I see the seal, I know I'll get what I pay for. No more taking chances and no more worries. And I feel good about supporting local businesses. My life is so much easier knowing I can always trust BBB accredited businesses. It pays to look for the seal. See for yourself at bbb.org.
Someone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields.
Every month or so, there's another story in the media about when and how often we need to get our mammograms. Kind of confusing. When this happens, I like to consult with experts. So I called Iowa Radiology. They recommend women get an annual mammogram starting at age 40. They know that it's the best way to detect cancers early and save lives. And that's good enough for me. Visit iowaradiology.com or call to schedule your mammogram. Iowa Radiology, our focus is your good health.
We are here at halftime. Waukee leading Sioux City East 35-0. Joining us is the activities director for Waukee, Jim Dewey. How you doing?
Doing well. Nice crowd tonight. Beautiful night for a high school football game.
So there's something new about this stadium since I was here last time. I can't quite put my finger on it. What is it? What's going on here?
Yeah, well, we're real excited about the new video board at the north end of the stadium. Makes a big improvement in our game atmosphere. Obviously, it's quite a bit bigger. The quality and the pixels are a lot more clear, and it just makes for just a better production of a high school football game.
Now, if I bring my burgers and chips on Sunday, can I come over and watch the football?
I've had a couple people ask that already.
Well, a busy fall for you. How are things going?
Things are going real well. I can't believe how fast it's moving along. All of our fall activities are doing well, and we're kind of ramping things up for state tournament time and a lot of the fall events. We actually have already had our conference golf tournament. I know you're going to talk with our boys golf coach next, but so I'll let him share that. But yeah, we're already into conference championships, and then we move on to district and playoffs and on to state.
Yeah, and this is a district game in football, and then these last 3 weeks kind of get tight because you're deciding who's going to be the win the district or finish second. You get those automatic berths in the playoffs.
Right. We feel really good about the fact that our non-district schedule put us in a good position. We learned a lot about some of our players on the team and played excellent competition. I think we learned from that, had some success, and I think that showed last week when we went on the road to a good Roosevelt team and were able to jump on them early and put that game away early. And again, we're doing pretty well tonight. And we have some tough games coming up, Des Moines East next week. And then the game that was for the district title a year ago, Johnston comes here. They're ranked fairly high. They come here in week 8, and then we go on the road all the way to Sioux City in week 9.
And we were talking about it. You can't look ahead to that Johnson game because that would be what. And tonight they've come out and got right to business and haven't looked ahead. And next week, you got to play them all. And I think this team, though, it seems like it's been maturing. You get that young quarterback, and he's matured each game. So they've really come along, haven't they?
I think we learned a lot in week 2 at Valley, a game that we really feel like we played a team that's an excellent program, an excellent team, but we felt like we did things that cost us the game. We fumbled 6 times in that game, gave up a safety and a block punt. But I think we learned a lot from that game and have really progressed since then.
And you had Dowling, it was, 14-all at the half?
14-all at the half, and we almost made a catch in the end zone to go up 21-14.
Yeah.
And then we had to go into the darn wind in the third quarter, and we couldn't get out of our own end. And they're an excellent team, as usual, this year. And it would be great if we get a chance to play them again because we know that would be in the playoffs.
Yeah, we won't talk about golf because we have that coming up. But the other sports, you got volleyball, cross country, right? And what else we got going on?
Well, we got both cross country teams, girls swimming, and volleyball. And it's kind of it's a neat situation right now. All 6 of our fall sports are ranked in state rankings, so we're really excited about that. And I'm not sure, it's been a long time since it maybe never has happened before for us, where all 6 fall sports have been ranked, and rankings don't mean a whole lot, but it at least shows that we're a program that has made a name for itself, that we're pretty competitive.
Kind of competitive, and yeah, that's always nice to see. And then you were watching the dance team, and then you got the band, you got just all kinds of activities, stuff going on, don't you?
Yeah, and every time I'm on with you guys and we mention the band, and we do it because they're really good, and they're having an excellent season, and we have our own, we host the state marching band competition in a couple weeks, followed by an invitational that we host that same night. And so, our home people will get a chance to see our band being featured at that event.
And being a band dad, I know they put in a lot of time. They practice just as much as any of the other people do, don't they?
Yes, they do.
Every
morning.
And that, yeah. So, well, Jim, we appreciate you joining us here. We'll take a little break and we'll talk with the golf coach here. But thanks for having us here. And I may be over Sunday kickoff around noon to watch the NFL games there on the big screen.
All right.
All right. Jim Dewey, the activities director here at Waukee. We're going to take a break. We'll come back with more here at halftime on CISN.TV.
When people visit the Lodge of Ashworth, they fall in love with our grounds. They're impressed with our dining room, but it is our spacious 2- and 3-bedroom suites that attract the most attention. With bay windows, full kitchens, large walk-in closets, and modern appliances, the Lodge feels like home. We have suites move-in ready, or we will help you customize. Create a home office, media room, or bedroom for visiting friends or family. Call us today for a private tour and ask about our flexible pricing plans.
The other guys, they think they know what special means. At Godfather's Pizza, we do special, and we do it better. We add the T. There's a Godfather specialty pizza with your name on it. Classic combo, all meat combo, hot stuff, taco, yeah, even veggie and more. All of them piled high with the best toppings and 100% real cheese. Treat yourself special. Order specialty pizzas from Godfather's Pizza.
Back here at halftime at Waukee. Waukee leading Sioux City East 35-0 at the half. Dar Danielson, and it's John Coatsman? Coatsman.
Just Coates.
Coach. Just Coates. Okay.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
That's fine.
John Coates, the golf coach, and tell me about this season. You guys are starting to wind down here toward the end of the season, is that right?
We are. We just finished up with our conference golf meet last Tuesday, and we were the host up at Vinker Golf Course in Ames, and came away with the 2-stroke victory there, which was great. We have districts next Tuesday back at Vinker in Ames, so that's why we hosted our conference meet there. And then if we get through districts next Tuesday, the state tournament's next Friday and Saturday.
And where's that at?
That's going to be at Elmwood Country Club in Marshalltown.
Okay. So. Now, high school golf, how many do you play? To talk a little bit about that and how that works in the scoring and all that.
Sure. We have a freshman team, a JV team, and a varsity team. Whenever you play a competition, 6 players play against the opposing team, and the low 4 scores will count as the team score. And then also you'll have a meet medalist and a runner-up medalist individually.
So how many meets then do you have during the season?
So you're allowed 12, and we always play 12. And so typically 5 of those would be our conference meets that we have, and then the rest would be 18-hole tournaments. So.
And then what kind of training do they get out and play a lot of holes, or do you do, like individual stuff, or what kind of training do you do during the season?
Sure, we do quite a bit. We're fortunate, the 4A boys are the only ones in fall golf, and so we're fortunate the players can play all summer and kind of hone their skills. And then when they come in, they're, for the most part, playing pretty well. And if there's any skills that we need to kind of work on, we'll work on that individually at practice. At the same time, in order to figure out who's going to play, for varsity and JV and so forth, we have qualifying rounds, if you will, at practice.
So. Now, having played or tried to play golf and done it very badly, I know that it's one of those sports where, you hit a great shot and then the next one you just send it off into the trees. At this level, high school kids especially, I mentioned the mental part of the game and getting that down. And where do you coach that? How do you coach that? How do you work that with these high school athletes in golf?
That's kind of a full-time job. Many times you're a psychologist as a coach, and that's probably the biggest thing that you do with especially high school boys, because their skills are pretty honed, and so they're pretty good. Most of them have a golf pro that they already deal with, and so we kind of try to figure out what the pro's doing and then kind of where their mindset is, and work a lot on mindset as we do practice rounds and just in meets. So.
Now, I know these other sports like basketball and others, the AAU teams and these travel teams, do they have anything like that in golf that's similar, where they could go and play against other competition?
They do have tournaments? Sure, they have locally the Iowa Junior Tour, which is put on by the Iowa Section PGA in Cedar Rapids. And so they have statewide tournaments all summer. And then they're at the national level, there's several tours like the Hurricane Tour, the AJGA, American Junior Golf Association Tour, and several others that the players can actually play in nationally.
I see.
So.
Now, have you played, or what's your background with playing golf or coaching golf?
It's kind of a different background, because I didn't pick up the game till I was a senior in college and needed a PE credit. So, I thought I'd do beginning golf, and so there I was. And I got my first teaching job in Perry in 1990, and they needed an assistant golf coach. And so I was like, I've been playing for 2 years. I'll try it. And so I was fortunate enough to get under a couple of good mentors, and Larry Dunphy and Dean Whitmer at Perry High School. And those guys helped me out a lot, and so I was there for 5 years, and then came to Waukee and took over the head job here in 1995.
That's one of the good things about this game, though, is you can, football, you have only a certain limited amount of time you can play it, but, even when you get as old as I am, you can still try to play and hit the ball around out there and throw your clubs and all that stuff,
Yeah.
So that's one of the nice things about it.
Sure.
You can always play it later on. It's one of those sports that can last a lifetime.
Yeah, it is a lifelong sport, and that's what we try to tell the kids, and I think they realize that. But there's a lot of good character building that goes on in the game of golf also. So, there aren't referees on the course, so you're on your own honor, and I think that's important just as an individual as you go through life. And so integrity is key, and we've been fortunate to have very good kids and very good support from the district and the parents, and so I think that's really helped our program to get where it is today.
All right, well, we appreciate you joining us, Coach, and good luck as you head into the postseason here, as it were.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Yep, we're here at halftime, 35-0. Waukee leading. We'll be back with more after this on CISN.TV.
You want to get stronger, faster, healthier. You want more. You want to be part of something bigger than yourself. A place for people of all ages, all walks of life, that provides opportunities for all to succeed. We do that. We're the why. Build more than muscle. Build a stronger community.
Great price, great selection, great experience. That's what people expect today. What isn't expected is how hard we work after the sale to keep your business. Hard work, honesty, integrity, discipline, trust, character. These core values are why we grow every year and why we continue to acquire more dealerships. Experience the Schottenkirk way of doing business and come visit our new Ford dealership in Indianola.
org/Iowa. Why do I look for the seal? It's about trust. Whether I'm buying a car, hiring a contractor, finding a tax preparer, or an honest mechanic, the Better Business Bureau seal means this business meets high standards. When I see the seal, I know I'll get what I pay for. No more taking chances and no more worries. And I feel good about supporting local businesses. My life is so much easier knowing I can always trust BBB accredited businesses. It pays to look for the seal. See for yourself at bbb.org/I.
At Mid-American Energy, part of putting power in your hands is helping to keep families safe. That's why Mid-American provides free educational safety programs to schools, asks you to call 811 before you dig, have annual furnace inspections, and be aware of hazards at home. Mid-American Energy safely delivers electricity and natural gas to us in good times and stormy ones. That's Mid-American Energy.
Back here at Waukee, halftime, the band performing on the field. Dar Danielson along with Joe Danielson, and all Waukee in the first half, and as you probably expect, Joe, the stats kind of reflect that too, don't they?
Yep, and a bit of rundown of the overall stats for Sioux City East, 47 yards through the air and 20 on the ground for 67 total. And for Waukee, 146 through the air and 154 on the ground for 300 total yards. And the scoreboard kind of is indicative of that, with yards gained heavily in Waukee's favor, almost 3 times the amount of yardage. No turnovers for either team so far in this game, and only a couple penalties for, two or three for Waukee, and Sioux City East really hasn't had any penalties on them on defense or offense, but their defense has just really been on the field reeling this entire time.
And I think they're finding the one thing you don't want to do is come in here against Waukee and get behind early, because you got that big front four that's in there, pressure on the quarterback all the time. If you got a pass to come from behind, you don't have much time back there with those guys in on you, do you?
Yep, and Waukee's defensive front has really been, Jake Morrison and Nathan Nelson have really been in the backfield on every play, and you can't give your defense for Sioux City East, they don't get any rest because their offensive line is just not giving Siebersma any time in the backfield. He has completed a couple nice throws downfield, but more often than not, he's either caught for a sack or he has to scramble for a couple yards.
Then on the other side of that, Mitch Randall, he's done a pretty good job of running this offense. He hasn't missed many passes, and he's got that run option, too, that just keeps the defense so honest. He's hit a couple touchdown passes. He's got Perry in the backfield. It's just, it's hard to figure out what to stop on this offensive team here.
Yeah, Perry's been running fast all night, and really you got to think, this is obviously Mitch Randall's team, but he's really been putting on a show here tonight with both of those nice touchdown passes on the opposite end zone down here. Just nice rainbow fades to the end zone, and on the draw play, Randall really knows when to keep it or hand it off to Perry or Esplendid motion.
All right, we're at halftime here, halftime clock winding down. We're going to take our final halftime break, and we'll come back and get ready to start off the second half coming up after this on CISN.TV.
Here's to everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields.
Hometown clothing store, the one that had it all, everything to get the work done, all in one place. G&L Clothing is your hometown Iowa store. Stop in and see us, or we're only a click or phone call away. Family owned for nearly a century. G&L Clothing, 1801 Ingersoll, Des Moines.
G&L Clothing, your size, your style, we've got it all.
Hi, Ron here, head coach of Westside Auto Pros. When your car's on the injured reserve, you want to get it back in the game as soon as possible. I know that. That's why you need to bring it here to Westside Auto Pros. I have a team of experts that can fix almost every automotive injury, whether it's a fractured joint, a brake, or if your car just got its bell rung, no problem. We can even do a complete physical on your car to make sure it's game ready for the entire season. So bring your car to Westside Auto Pros and we'll get it back in the starting lineup in no time. Hey, you guys are dogging it back here. Let's move it, move it, move it.
I opened the hearing clinic to offer patients and their families a positive healthcare experience. If you have trouble hearing clearly at church, at the movies, watching TV, or with your friends and family in a group conversation, what are you waiting for? In less than half an hour, we can give you peace of mind and answer any questions that you may have. Call us today to schedule your appointment. The Hearing Clinic, 515-440-3323. We listen, you hear.
Moms typically get to make a majority of the healthcare decisions for their family. That can be a lot of pressure, but not for me, because I know the choice is ours. For medical tests like MRIs, X-rays, CAT scans, and of course mammograms, ask your doctor to refer you to Iowa Radiology. They work around our hectic schedules, they're the best at what they do, and they're so great with my family. They truly care, and it shows. Visit iowaradiology.com or call to schedule an appointment. Iowa Radiology, our focus is your good health.
Many times at the Lodge of Ashworth, new members come to us from their big, beautiful homes. They find our spacious 2- and 3-bedroom suites to be an ideal fit. We have a limited number of these larger and penthouse-style suites, perfect for the retiring executive style living. We have suites ready for immediate move-in, or we can help you customize. The Lodge of Ashworth is all-inclusive, no surprise additional fees or upcharges. Call us today for a private tour and ask us about our flexible pricing plans. Many times at the Lodge of Ashworth,
building a strong community doesn't happen overnight. It takes a vision for the future, the ability to turn a challenge into a success, and individuals who inspire new generations of growth. Greater Des Moines has done a lot of growing over the years, and so have we. At Brick Gentry Law, your success is something that we create together. Thank you for making us a part of your community. Thank you for 50 years.
Every month or so, there's another story in the media about when and how often we need to get our mammograms. Kind of confusing. When this happens, I like to consult with experts. So I called Iowa Radiology. They recommend women get an annual mammogram starting at age 40. They know that it's the best way to detect cancers early and save lives. And that's good enough for me. Visit iowaradiology.com or call to schedule your mammogram. Iowa Radiology, our focus is your good health.
when people visit the Lodge of Ashworth, they fall in love with our grounds. They're impressed with our dining room, but it is our spacious 2- and 3-bedroom suites that attract the most attention. With bay windows, full kitchens, large walk-in closets, and modern appliances, the Lodge feels like home. We have suites move-in ready, or we will help you customize. Create a home office, media room, or bedroom for visiting friends or family. Call us today for a private tour and ask about our flexible pricing plans.
The other guys, they think they know what special means. At Godfather's Pizza, we do special, and we do it better. We add the T. There's a Godfather specialty pizza with your name on it. Classic combo, all meat combo, hot stuff, taco, yeah, even veggie and more. All of them piled high with the best toppings and 100% real cheese. Treat yourself special. Order specialty pizzas from Godfather's.
You want to get stronger, faster, healthier. You want more. You want to be part of something bigger than yourself. A place for people of all ages, all walks of life, that provides opportunities for all to succeed. We do that. We're the why. Build more than muscle. Build a stronger community. You want to get...
We are back here getting ready for the second half kickoff. Dar Danielson, Joe Danielson, as Waukee, all Waukee in the first half, 35-0. run down the scoring for you quick. 7:29 to play first quarter. Perry, 6-yard run, the PAT good. 5:39 to go first quarter. Zach Eaton pass from Mitch Randall, 26-yard, PAT good. It was McDonald run with a 1-yard run by McDonald with 32 seconds to go in the first quarter. That made it 21-0. Sam DeVries caught the pass from Randall from 26 yards out, and then a Perry run from 4 yards out. Made it 35-0 as here's the kickoff. Waukee takes the kickoff.
And there's Perry again, to receive it.
Gets it up to the 23-yard line. And, well, for Sioux City East defense, you got to just come out and hope maybe you can force a turnover or something here, Joe, and get yourselves back in the ball game.
Yep, and Mitch Randall here again to come out and lead the offense. It's going to be interesting to see if they go with that hurry-up style that they went in earlier.
And the clock is going continuously now with the 35-point lead here by Waukee. Down the line, handoff, Perry, and he gets up ahead. There's a flag comes flying in to the pile in the middle there. And we'll have to take a look if we can and see. I'm assuming they're going to shuttle in some new players in there as we go along. But Waukee started with Charlie Golding, Evan Gray, Carter Boyd, Blake Sherman, and Kyle Sorensen.
Yep, and that'll be a holding call, which will back them up here 10 yards. Back down to the 19-yard line, their own 19.
So that is the third penalty against Waukee. Second holding penalty against them. And quick pass out there and dropped. Looking for DeVries. So it's kind of hard, I guess, to go in the locker room and come out sharp, get the big lead. But here's a 2nd and 19 for Waukee, and we'll see Sioux City if they can hold here. And fakes the handoff. He'll keep it himself up across to the original. Oh, still going. Looked like he was going to be stopped about the original line of scrimmage, but Mitch Randall running hard and gets a big pickup.
And Waukee's had both teams really have had some success running the ball right up the middle. Randall in particular runs right up the middle, and he gets right through the hole quick.
Picks about 13, up about 13 there. And here we go, 3rd and 13. Randall rolling, looking. Has DeVries out there. Nope, that's Eaton. DeVries turned in and he hit Randall. Randall was open too, and Eaton is across the 50 down to the 49.
Yep, Randall rolled out, and a nice call on the bootleg there. He rolled out into a lot of space, and when you give Mitch Randall a lot of space to throw, that's going to be dangerous because he can usually find his man, and Zach Eaton made a nice catch and dragged 4 defenders with him.
So that brings up 1st and 10 at the 49. Yeah, I was looking at DeVries. He broke open there too. I was thinking he's going to hit him, and he went to the outside man, Eaton. And here we go, 1st and 10 into the territory, Sioux City East. There's a reverse coming back the other way. Cuts it up down to the 40 and then flung out of bounds. And there's a flag down. That was Tyrese Moore. I don't know, was that out of line throwing him, or I don't know. Didn't seem like it was that hard, did it?
No, I don't think so. It was a tough play. Do we have a call? Personal foul.
He flipped him out of bounds, but anyway, they're bringing us all kinds of food up here. But
yeah, we've got a nice little spread. It turned out.
Except Doug over here is eating some
nice tailgate food.
Yeah. So here we go. Fakes the handoff. Mitch Randall rolling. Has his man in the flat. 15, 10, 5. Is he in there?
Touchdown.
And Jordan Perry kind of went out of the flat, and he was wide open. When he caught that ball, there wasn't a defender for 10 yards, and Perry really just ran it in the end zone on that one.
So a pass, 27 yards, makes it 41-0 with 8:38 to play here in the third quarter. And what do we have? 28-14 Dowling, 42-14 Dowling over, who are they playing?
Des Moines Lincoln.
Extra point is good. 42-0 here. Let's take a break. We'll be back with more after this on CISN.TV.
Great price, great selection, great experience. That's what people expect today. What isn't expected is how hard we work after the sale to keep your business. Hard work, honesty, integrity, discipline, trust, character. These core values are why we grow every year and why we continue to acquire more dealerships. Experience the Schottenkirk way of doing business and come visit our new Ford dealership in Indianola.
Iowa. Why do I look for the seal? It's about trust. Whether I'm buying a car, hiring a contractor, finding a tax preparer, or an honest mechanic, the Better Business Bureau's seal means this business meets high standards. When I see the seal, I know I'll get what I pay for. No more taking chances and no more worries. And I feel good about supporting local businesses. My life is so much easier knowing I can always trust BBB accredited businesses. It pays to look for the seal. See for yourself at bbb.org/Iowa.
Back here at Waukee, looks like Johnston over Roosevelt 10-7. We'll get you other scores when we can. And the kickoff return, pretty good return there, Joe.
Yep, and we've got a little bit of score updates on this new Schottenkirk Chevy big board.
Southeast Polk leading Valley 14-7.
At halftime, Ankeny 3.
Council Bluffs Thomas Jefferson, nothing.
Newton 14, Fort Dodge 14, and that looks like first quarter. Dowling, you got an update on that one, up 42-14 now over Lincoln, and Lewis Central 21, Des Moines Hoover 14. So now coming back out here is Siebersma for the Black Raider offense. First and 10 from the Waukee, or from the Sioux City East 29. Back in the pistol is Siebersma, or the short gun there. 4 wide receivers spread out. He takes the snap and runs forward to his left there for a couple yards.
And Hunter Deskin on the tackle, the linebacker, and again, not much room there.
Yep, and we have 4 wide receivers spread out like that to try to spread the defense to get something going to run, but nothing doing there. And here again, same formation for Siebersma. And he takes the snap, looks quick throw, and finds a man. Number 5.
Did he make the catch and then he was down? I think that's what they're saying.
That was to the receiver, number 6, Tyler Ellis.
Tyler Ellis, the receiver, made that quick catch, and he took a big hit, and he is now still down. We're not sure here if he made the catch, and then it looked to me like he made the catch, took a couple steps, and then...
And there's a flag down over there now, too, so I wonder if they're going to say he was defenseless when he was hit.
Well, also, the Waukee defenders were a little hyped up over there in the area, which is understandable after a big play like that, but...
And I was about to say, they're playing pretty deep, their corners, you know. They had nothing behind them with that lead. And now they're still working on him over there. And they've got well, they're saying the penalties against Sioux City East. And that's That's Dane Hoke over there who's down, number 6 on the field. And I don't know if they're saying that he caught it and then
I think
he caught it and then he took a step and is knocked loose, or what they're going to say, because they're marking the ball at the 50. And then they're going to talk about the penalty, I think, because they're giving them the first down on there. So I think they're saying that was a catch. And then it was jarred loose. But they didn't say anything about the penalty, did they?
No, we didn't hear I think they might have picked the penalty flag up during that.
Yeah, because first it was laying down there where they hit him. Maybe they said it wasn't. I don't know.
So we'll have...
Okay, he said a sideline warning to Sioux City East, I guess is what they said now.
Siebersma takes the snap and then takes it down and runs up the middle again for 3 to 4 yards. And yeah, that's kind of a...
Yeah, it was a sideline warning.
A sideline warning for Sioux City East, and a little understandable there when something like that happens right in front of your bench.
Well, and I think they might have been crowded too close to the sideline, too, because there wasn't much room, when he got hit over there, and maybe that's what part of it was. But either way, credit Dane Hoke for catching that ball and then taking the shot.
Well, on 2nd and 6, again, 4 wide receiver set for Siebersma. And again, he runs it right up the middle into the heart of the Waukee defense.
I think Cade Montgomery was one of them in there on the tackle. Jacob Porter.
And a 3-yard gain before he was stopped there by Porter. So that'll bring up a manageable 3rd and 3 for the Black Raider offense.
Again, Dime McHugh coming into the ballgame on defense for Waukee into that defensive line, number 95.
And Siebersma, a quick throw and a nice first down, and a little bit of a running room there up the middle.
And he just kind of went up the seam and in and caught him there, and as you said.
Yep, DJ Drent, a nice little catch and run. And
so 18-yard pickup, 1st and 10.
The Black Raiders are now on the Waukee 28, and a nice little drive here at that quick kind of push throw from Siebersma when he kind of settles the ball and then gets it out of there. Now here he is spreading out and just a little bit short, looking for DJ Drent down the sideline there.
He's got a little bit of a weird motion when he's trying to get it out, doesn't he? Like I don't know if his arm's coming up like he's trying to push it a little more than fling it, isn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of like he stabilizes the ball and then he kind of pushes it out there.
Well, this has been their deepest penetration, because that other drive they got stopped and gave it over on downs at the 35. So this is the deepest they've been into Waukee territory.
Now Siebersma again takes it himself up the middle for a nice gain there on 2nd and 10, and he's found a lot of success here. We're just kind of keeping it himself up the middle.
Well, he's 6'4", 225. He's got a little bit of bulk to him, and he's just leaning ahead, and that time he did it, and they got a 3rd and 4, a big 3rd down again for him, although I'm assuming they're getting 4-down territory. They want to get on the board.
Yep, I'd say it's 4-down territory, and again, I mean, they're not really doing anything special on here, just 2 wide receivers to either side, and Siebersma, he's looking to pass shortly, and then he's going to take it down and run. A nice little pump fake there for, I think, DJ Dent on the outside, a nice double move.
Yeah, he pumped that, he stopped, and then he went again, didn't he? And he got right between the 2 defenders, and that was a good throw. And as you said, he's kind of running that pass, run, read option.
Yeah, a little bit. He's looking to pass for the split second, and Siebersma is just going to take it down and run it because he knows he can get 4 to 5 yards on the ground no matter what.
1st and goal at the 3.
And again, he's got 2 wide receivers to the short side. Takes the snap, and this time he's just looking to run, and he gets in. So Black Raiders get on the board with Steve Siebersma's quarterback keeper, the 3-yard touchdown run, and That'll get him on the board, and that'll be his third rushing touchdown of the year for Steve Siebersma.
Well,
nothing too tough on that drive, really. A lot of Siebersma running it up the middle.
yeah, and just as we said, that option, James Page out to kick. And he boots it through. It's good. It makes it 42-7 with 2:45 to play in the third quarter. Let's take a break on CISN.TV.
At Mid-American Energy, part of putting power in your hands is helping to keep families safe. That's why Mid-American provides free educational safety programs to schools, asks you to call 811 before you dig, have annual furnace inspections, and be aware of hazards at home. Mid-American Energy safely delivers electricity and natural gas to us in good times and stormy ones. That's Mid-American Energy.
Here's to everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields.
Kicking, it's broken away, and there he goes, one man to beat up the field, and he's a foot race, and he's going to score a touchdown. Number 23 for the Waukee Warriors, Nolan Rothler, the senior. He just fielded the short kick, and he squeezed right up the middle, and then it was a foot race to the end zone, and there you go.
Where did he catch that? Did you see?
I believe it was right around about the 35.
So we'll call it about a 65-yard run. So
that'll buy. With the extra point here, Waukee will look to go up 49-7.
And it is good. And we'll keep it right here, 49-7. Where is my sheet here? Well, Waukee scored 53 against Ankeny, so I was going to say 48 against Roosevelt. So, man, averaging 40, almost 50 points here in the last two ball games. The offense really going. Of course, that one on special teams here, Joe.
Yep, and that was a quick score too, a little bit unexpected on what was a short kickoff. And the short kickoff kind of benefited Nolan Rothler as he just kind of found himself with a bunch of open field in front of him.
So the clock will keep running, but Sioux City East scored, but Waukee didn't take long to answer. About 13 seconds. They scored with 2:45 to go, and then the kickoff returned with 2:32 to go. So Rothler went that 65-yard dash in about 13 seconds. So not too bad.
Yep, and then that here comes Eaton again with the kick. Fielded by Grease, and he takes it up the middle, tries to get outside, and is wrapped down right around the 27-yard line.
So 1st and 10 at the 27.
And for Siebersma and the Black Raider offense, I'm assuming more of the same here. A little bit of a quick pass read, and then run option. They want to just keep the ball moving forward.
Some new faces in there. Mason Seyfried, Aiden Ward I see on defense. We'll try to read out the ones as they put in some new players here with the lead.
And Siebersma takes the snap. A quick throw here. A nice little slant to Grease, it looks like.
Pass is complete from Siebersma to the receiver, number 27, Colby Grease.
Colby Grease, yep, coming over to play wide receiver, the star safety for the Black Raiders.
By number 38, Blake Miller.
Also in there now, Zach Morrison, Drew McHugh on defense. Let's see who else we got up in the middle. Try to read the numbers as we go, let you know who's in the ball game.
Another quick out from Siebersma, just a little bit short, and drops again in front of Grease. So I think here we have we have a minute left in the quarter. The play clock hasn't started yet. Maybe 2 more plays of this third quarter, and Sioux City East is taking their time.
Also in there, Josh Mitchell on defense. Who else we got in there new as I try to pick them up for you?
A little bit of a bobbled snap from Siebersma, and he just takes it and runs it up the middle to get the quick first down.
That almost helped him. It seemed like the defense, they stopped when they saw the ball on the ground, and he picked it up and then just shot ahead.
Yep, he was able to find a nice little seam up the middle, and we'll run out the third quarter here, and Waukee with the score, the Waukee Warriors 49, the Sioux City East. Oh, I guess we're going to run one more playoff. And another quick out to the left to Grease again, who fights forward for a couple more yards.
And that will run out the third quarter.
Yep. So again here, the Waukee Warriors 49, Sioux City East Black Raiders 7.
We'll take a break and be back with more on CISN.TV.
Miss your hometown clothing store? The one that had it all? Everything to get the work done, all in one place? G&L Clothing is your hometown Iowa store. Stop in and see us, or we're only a click or phone call away. Family owned for nearly a century. G&L Clothing, 1801 Ingersoll, Des Moines.
G&L Clothing, your size, your style, we've got it all.
Hi, Ron here, head coach of Westside Auto Pros. When your car's on the injured reserve, you want to get it back in the game as soon as possible. I know that. That's why you need to bring it here to Westside Auto Pros. I have a team of experts that can fix almost every automotive injury. Whether it's a fractured joint, a brake, or if your car just got its bell rung, no problem. We can even do a complete physical on your car to make sure it's game ready for the entire season. So bring your car to Westside Auto Pros and we'll get it back in the starting lineup in no time. Hey, you guys are dogging it back here. Let's move it, move it, move it.
And here we are back at Waukee as the Sioux City East offense takes the field, looking to continue this drive. Siebersma fakes the handoff, and he gets sacked and rushed in the backfield, and the ball comes loose. A little bit of confusion there after Siebersma fumbled the ball.
And that
number 77 for Sioux City East jumped on that. Kobe Tripp.
Yeah, Siebersma tried to throw and he got hammered before he could even make a throwing motion. And so even the new guy's in there, but when you're ahead, you know, you can just pin your ears back and go.
Yep, now here he is again. Tripp's right. And he's going to go, finds a man middle, DJ. A nice little run out to the outside.
And
he made a nice little run out to the outside, and for a nice drive here, and knocking on the door of the red zone.
1st and 10 at the 28.
So now Siebers are here in the backfield with 3 wide receivers out to his left. Takes the snap, a couple steps, and lets it go. Has a man, and just dropped.
Pass is incomplete. I think that came in just a bit behind him, Drent.
Yep, a little bit behind Drent.
Turned back and almost was able to make the catch anyway, as he was going to his left, and the pass just a bit behind him there. Clock continuing to roll here, 49-7. It's a continuous clock at this point. When you get up by 35, it stays that way.
And Siebersma here in the backfield takes the snap and fakes the handoff, and then takes it himself up the middle and
Another piece of hard running there for Siebersma. A couple more yards on to bring up 3rd and 7.
Well, if nothing else, that'll keep the defense a little more honest there, as they've been passing almost every down, and now that at least they got to think about him running, and they can't just turn back. So, again, probably 4-down territory here, but 3rd and 7, you make that, and then you're inside the 20.
Takes the snap and is looking again. Pump fakes and throws a fade, and nope, can't hold on to it, just out of bounds.
Nice little stop and go on the pump fake there, but good defense back there.
Yep, DJ Drent out there looking for the fade ball. But he was just forced out of bounds with a good defensive play.
That was Mason Seyfried out there on defense, covering him, I believe. So 4th down here.
4th and 7, yep, and 3 wide receivers to his left. Siebersma takes the snap and is looking around and fires, and almost intercepted just out of the hands of number 34, Nicholas Botero.
And that's one of those where on 4th down, usually you want to drop it, but he had a lot of green in front of him in open room, and I think he was thinking maybe he could return that,
Yep, and if he caught that, it would have been probably a foot race between him and the running back to get to the end zone.
Get to the end zone, and either way is going to be a good return, because generally on the 4th down like that, if you get a chance, you just knock it down and you take it over, but
yep,
if you have room ahead of you, then you try it.
Now a quarterback change. Joseph Stressman will lead the offense for the Warriors, and he hands it off, the ball off up the middle to Chris Yates, number 28. The junior running back, 5'9", and Yates takes the ball up there for no gain.
Good to see some of the other players getting in here.
Yep, as Stressman awaits the call. He's got 2 wide receivers to his right, 1 to his left, and Yates in the backfield. High snap, and the quick out just dropped by number 83 there, Sawyer Wilson, the junior.
And that score we had earlier, Southeast Polk over Valley, 17-7 there. So Southeast Polk giving Valley all they can handle.
And this will bring up 3rd and 10 here for Stressman and the Waukee offense. Stessman. And he's going to throw deep, and he's got him in, and just a little bit overthrown there on the outside to 16, Sam Odell. And a good thought there to just kind of go for it. He had a one-on-one on the outside.
Patrick Fisher, the cornerback for the Black Raiders, was right there, step for step for him. He's got an arm, doesn't he? He threw it downfield quite a ways.
Yep, and you could run the ball there, but you might as well, give the players who don't get a chance to play as much a chance to make a big play.
Especially when you got continuous clock. It's not like you're going to stop the clock.
Yep, and the ball snapped over his head, and he's just going to have to take it and try to run out of the end zone. And that is going to be a safety. So a little bit of a snap over the head for the punt team there. And that'll give the Sioux City East Raiders two points there.
Well, they got it to within 40 now, Joe, so I'm joking, but a good play, though. They kept at it, and the snap over the head is a safety, so I think that's the first safety I've seen this season. So now they get the free kick.
And that should set them up for pretty good field position here. Depending on the punt, they'll take the punt from the 20-yard line.
And there again, Coach Carlson, that's one of those things where you put in some new players, you want them to,
yeah, you
don't like to see those mistakes out of them,
Yeah, but maybe that's just nerves or personnel, or you're not too sure really with a mistake like that, but luckily with the game out of reach, it's not really going to
matter a lot, no.
So they'll take Waukee will take a free kick from their own 20-yard line, and taking the kick, looks like we have an 89 out there, and he is not listed. Grease takes the kick, runs up the middle into traffic, spins outside, and he's makes a man miss, makes another tackle, still on his feet, and he's finally thrown down. Colby Grease with a nice return to the Waukee 34-yard line, it looks like. Well, and that's where they'll set up shop with Siebersma.
But he caught that about his own 35, didn't he, around there?
Yep, a really solid return from Colby Grease.
Of course, on the free kick, a little bit different there, but
First and 10 Black Raiders from the Waukee.
Sioux City East trying to get some points on the board here late.
And they'll come out with 4 wide receivers. Siebersma takes the snap and a quick pitch to the new running back in here for the Black Raiders, 25.
It is.
25 for the Black Raiders, no name listed in the program.
I don't have a 25 on my program.
And he is not listed either. So he's making a name for himself here.
Even though we don't know what that name is.
Second and 7 for Siebersma, or second and 6, another handoff. 25, nice move up the middle, makes a nice cut to get the first down and 5 more.
Let me check. I have another roster that he had sent me.
Tackle for Waukee by Blake Miller, number 38.
25.
Could be Randall McCann. He is a running back listed number 11.
Well, he doesn't have him on this other roster either that he sent me.
Skylar Schoolin's listed as a running back. Cage Kellen hands off to him again onto the outside. Breaks a nice tackle. And again for the first down. So,
Number 25.
well, you got to think maybe this guy should have came in the game a little earlier. He's picked up
yeah, easy to say now.
2 straight first downs.
Got the fresh legs against the reserves here, but he's running.
Come in and get himself a touchdown.
Running hard. Looks like he's got a little speed, doesn't he?
At the 9-yard line, you got to think it's either going to be Siebersma or number 25 in there again.
We're down at the 7.
Yep, and this time takes the handoff and is swallowed up in the backfield.
For a loss by number 72.
For a loss.
Clock continues to run. 3.5 minutes to play here in the ball game. It won't stop at all now because of the 35-point plus advantage.
Siebersma rolls out to his left and throws and had a man and just kind of behind him for Grease in the end zone. Colby Grease, nice slant route there, found himself open and just the pass was behind him.
Yeah, kind of because he was running to his left and had to throw back across his body, kind of an odd angle for
that
him.
awkward throwing motion.
And I saw before that he was talking to the running back, trying to tell him what the play was.
Siebersma looks and he's got DJ Drent in the end zone for a touchdown. He took a big hit on that throw and he's looking a little shooken up as he walks to the end zone, but a nice slant for Drent in the corner of the end zone for the touchdown, Black Raiders.
And that will stop the clock with 2:31 to play in the 4th. So 8 unanswered points by Sioux City off the safety and
a little extra point. And it is
good.
Good.
Make it 9.
So our score here with 2.5 minutes left in the game, Waukee 49, Sioux City East 16.
Let's take a quick break and we'll be back with more after this.
Stronger, faster, healthier. You want more. You want to be part of something bigger than yourself. A place for people of all ages, all walks of life, that provides opportunities for all to succeed. We do that. We're the why. Build more than muscle. Build a stronger community.
Pizza. The other guys, they think they know what special means. At Godfather's Pizza, we do special, and we do it better. We add the T. There's a Godfather specialty pizza with your name on it. Classic combo, all meat combo, hot stuff, taco, yeah, even veggie and more. All of them piled high with the best toppings and 100% real cheese. Treat yourself special. Order specialty pizzas from Godfather's Pizza.
So Waukee to receive the kick here, and the kick bounces out of bounds. So
And that's only the second penalty, I think, on Sioux City that I have.
and that'll bring him out to the 35-yard line for Waukee, or the.
So what's ahead for these two teams? Sioux City East hosts Roosevelt next week, and it's at Des Moines East for Waukee next week, as that'll move Waukee. They'll move to 2-0 in the district. Sioux City East will drop to 1-1, and then didn't get a final yet on that Johnston score, but if they won, that they'll hold serve and stay right there at the top of the district with Waukee. And a handoff and a flag.
Number 11 on the carry.
Score.
Colby Grease made the tackle. Penalty
And
on the play.
there's a penalty on Waukee, I think, or is it on?
Face mask.
Oh, face mask. Okay.
So face mask for Sioux City East will march the ball up. Is that 5 or 10 yard? 5 yards?
That's just a 5-yarder, looks like, yeah. So 1st and 10 at the 35 or 39.
Stessman will take the snap here. The man in motion, and a quick handoff and a fumble, and Stessman will pick it up, and he'll just kind of lose some yards there on that one as he kind of ran to the sideline and found
and there goes flags.
Yep, a bevy of defenders here, and now a few penalties will happen in the last 3 minutes of this game.
I don't know if there's a late hit on that. No, that was on Waukee. Well, okay, so that's going to go back even farther.
And it's the temperatures kind of dropped down a little, getting a little chilly up here, 65 degrees on what was otherwise a pretty nice night for football.
Yeah, it's really a cool fall night here. The last Friday of September, 63. And
that penalty will back Waukee up onto their 16-yard line here. 2nd and 29 after the long penalty.
And you kind of expect that was a little missed handoff there. You expect that when you're bringing in new guys.
Yep, and another big hit in the backfield, as at this point you kind of want to, you just finish the game up here. No more penalties for either team.
Yeah, keep the clock rolling if you're Waukee. And Sioux City East, you're hoping maybe you pull that ball out of there and get a late score. It goes to a minute and a half with 49-16 Waukee lead.
And Stessman here kind of awaiting the call. No hurry, of course, for Waukee as the play clock just started running. A nice handoff to the outside, and again, Khalil Hicks, jumper number 11, good speed out there, and he went about 10 yards before he was met.
And
it looks like we got a minute. We've got a minute left in this one, and
Khalil Hicks, 5'8", 138.
He's
so he's what do you call a scat back?
Yeah, he's a little guy. And that'll bring up 4th and 20.
He really moved there though, but
I saw him. Man, he doesn't look like he's real big, but 138 isn't a lot of weight for a, for a football player. Well, to his credit, though, he's low to the ground. Now, there's a high snap again.
Yep, another high snap, but he got it off this time and lands at about the 50 and rolls out of bounds with about 11 seconds remaining in the game. So that's one play for the Black Raider offense here. We'll see if Siebersma comes back out, or
you air it out, go deep, or do you just call it good and step on, take a knee or whatever here?
First and 10 Black
At
Raiders.
the 49, we get 51 yards to go. He took a lot of time in the huddle, so maybe they're just going to try to get that one play off.
you might as well. We're going to draw up something here, and that might be what it's looking like. Receivers is either going to maybe have one last throw. Waukee in the prevent defense with their 4 defensive backs. Yep, they are going to look to throw up, look to throw deep, and shakes one tackle, and he had a man, but it is intercepted and brought down, and that'll do it here. And well,
story of the night, isn't it? Pressure on him again, and let's see. 20 picked that off. That is Mason Seyfried.
And we've got the clock stopped here with 1.1 seconds. I think they might just wave that off here, or
well, I think because of change of possession, it'll stop, and then they got to snap it one more time, and then that'll be the game.
Yep. So Waukee will come out in the victory formation here.
Of course, if it were me, and when I usually get in the game late like that, I'd say, let's throw it deep.
Yeah, you gotta have a player go rogue and run down the end zone and score here.
The coach would not like that at all, though.
Not be a good show of sportsmanship.
So they will.
Yep, there's the victory formation.
And that does it. Well, 49-16, Waukee goes to 2-0 in the district here. We'll take a break, and we'll come back. We'll look at, I think we got a couple replays of some scoring plays. There are a lot of them here tonight. We'll do that. Come back with the post game after this on CISN.TV.
Great price, great selection, great experience. That's what people expect today. What isn't expected is how hard we work after the sale to keep your business. Hard work, honesty, integrity, discipline, trust, character. These core values are why we grow every year and why we continue to acquire more dealerships. Experience the Schottenkirk way of doing business and come visit our new Ford dealership in Indianola.
Why do I look for the seal? It's about trust. Whether I'm buying a car, hiring a contractor, finding a tax preparer, or an honest mechanic, the Better Business Bureau's seal means this business meets high standards. When I see the seal, I know I'll get what I pay for. No more taking chances and no more worries. And I feel good about supporting local businesses. My life is so much easier knowing I can always trust BBB accredited businesses. It pays to look for the seal. See for yourself at bbb.org/Iowa.
At Mid-American Energy, part of putting power in your hands is helping to keep families safe. That's why Mid-American provides free educational safety programs to schools, asks you to call 811 before you dig, have annual furnace inspections, and be aware of hazards at home. Mid-American Energy safely delivers electricity and natural gas to us in good times and stormy ones. That's Mid-American Energy.
Here's to everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields.
We are back here. The final 49-16 Waukee
total handle of Sioux City East here tonight. They started out, Joe forced the 3 and out, and then just drove it down the field, and then pretty much owned the game from there on out.
Yep, a really strong first quarter, and after that first quarter when it was 21-0, Waukee really kind of settled in, and they ran their offense, and yeah, they handled Sioux City pretty easily here tonight.
Got a couple replays for you here. As I look over toward the monitor, we'll have the first scoring play. 7:29 to go in the first quarter. It was a Perry run from 6 yards out. Let's go ahead and take a look at that one. As you see, they get set here. Perry's the deep back behind the fullback there. And they hand it to him, and he just scoots right across there for the touchdown. Extra point was good, and that made it 7-0. Then the second touchdown, they forced a 3 and out again, didn't they? Yeah, the first couple, it was a 5:39 to go. Zach Eaton, 26-yard pass there, and let's go ahead and look at that one. You see Randall coming up and drops back and just lobs it to the right side there, and there's Eaton wide open, takes it in, runs it in, and then the extra point, and it was 14-0 at that point. McDonald scored on a 1-yard run to make it 21-0, and then let's see, the next one we have the DeVries touchdown pass. I think is that the next one we have coming here, Doug? Yep, where it went. Okay, 4:29 to go. This is the pass to DeVries here. Go ahead, let's run that, Doug. You see him coming in, and then Randall kind of switches the receiver's side there. And see DeVries, he's in the outside receiver there. And then they throw it to the left side of the end zone, and there he makes the nice catch. And as you talked about it, Joe, all night, a good placement there by Mitch Randall, the quarterback. And they scored a couple more times. It was 35-0 at the half. And then Sioux City did get on the board with 2:45 to play in the third. Seversma from 3 yards out made it 42-7. Then Rothler came right back with a kickoff return for a touchdown. I think that was about 65 yards, made it 49-7. Then the safety, the snap over the head of the punters, a lot of backups in there, made it 49-9. Then finally DJ Drent caught the pass from 8 yards out, and that made it 49-16. So that puts Waukee at top right now in District 1, 2-0, and they will play next week. They take on Des Moines East. They down Sioux City East. They'll take on Des Moines East here, and it'll be Sioux City East will take on Roosevelt. Roosevelt will have to go on the road, and a good Roosevelt team that has been playing pretty well. So a couple challenges ahead for both these teams coming up.
Yep, all in all, a really good night for Waukee as they go 2-0 and sit atop the district, and that's kind of what they wanted to get done here tonight, is get this win and get ready for East next week and the eventual matchup with Johnston.
And I think we are at Johnston next week, if I remember right. I'll check that schedule. But anyway, appreciate you joining us here tonight for Doug Dilview and Peter Tarpey on the camera. And Joe Danielson, I'm Dar Danielson. That's going to wrap it up here on CISN.TV.